Hello everyone, we have a new feature to roll out for you today. You can now add alt text to all of the social platforms that allow it in one step. And I'm going to show you how to add those to your images. This is great for people with disabilities, allowing them to access your images in your social posts. It's also good for low bandwidth environments where people actually can't load the images. At least they get a description of what is being displayed to them. So the way you do this is you first add your image. So let's create a random one here. Consume less, create more. So I'm going to just say thought of the day as my message. But what I can do now is when I'm hovering over this, I can click Alt. And as you can see, you've got just a message field here where you could start adding your alt text. So there are some do's and don'ts. And you'll notice that, just a reminder, Instagram and Google Business Profile do not support alt text. Instagram actually does support it, but they only allow it on their mobile app. So what you could do is after you post to Instagram, you can go into the mobile app and make that edit and add alt text. It's in the advanced settings, but this is not something that they make available to any of their third-party partners. So let's go over some of the do's and don'ts before I just start typing in here. As you can see, you've got 500 characters available, but what they recommend is try to keep it under 250 characters. And what you're trying to do here is create a mental picture. So imagine if you couldn't see the image, how would you want this described to you? Because the way alt text usually works is there's going to be some kind of a screen reader that's reading this to the people that are using it. So you'll want to use punctuation because the screen readers are really good at pausing in the right places if you include things like commas and periods. So do include all of those things. Here are some don'ts. Don't just duplicate the text that's in the message. Like right now, I already say thought of the day. Don't repeat that here because what'll happen is the image reader will actually read the post message and then it will read the alt text and now it'll duplicate it. So you don't want to do that. So don't include things like image of. The screen reader is going to do that already. It's going to say image and it's going to explain the context to the people that are using it. So don't say like image of a parrot or something like that. Also, just leave out things like descriptions of decorative elements like, okay, the background is dark and then it's got this frame around it. Really just try to leave the alt text in there that has enough in there where you're creating a mental image, but also include anything that is relevant in that image that's going to help them understand what you're trying to convey. So for this one, we would probably want to just include the text in there. We're going to say consume less, create more. That way the text that's actually within the image is going to be read out loud to them when they go to the social post. So when you're done here, you can either cancel or save. I'm going to save this. And it's really as simple as that. The alt text was saved. If you schedule this in the future, it's going to include it. If you do a repost, anything like that, it's going to include it. And if you add an additional image, it's also going to allow you to create separate alt text for that additional image, up to 20 images for the case of like Facebook. So go wild with this. Try to add this step. I know it's additional work for you, but try to add it because it is really helpful for those with disabilities. And we try to make it as easy as possible, at least allowing you to add it once, and then it's included in all the different social platforms. So if you have any comments on this, as always, you can just come to live chat and let us know. And I hope this helps save you guys some time and makes you better social media managers. Thanks.